What is EPLI, or Employment Practice Liability Insurance? Employment practice insurance covers a business, its owners, managers, and other decision makers against claims which may arise from employees and third parties alleging that certain employment rights have been violated. The common allegations which can lead to claims include sexual harassment, discrimination, wrongful termination, failure to hire, failure to promote, hostile work environment, breach of employment contract, and more. I get asked, are these types of allegations covered by my business owners or BOP policies? No, they're not covered unless the policy has been endorsed to include some EPLI coverage. I don't recommend going this route unless you're a very small business, as most business owners' policy extensions for employment practices are not very broad and the limits are typically low. So in most cases, I recommend a standalone policy for employment practices or combining it with other management exposures such as your D&O and fiduciary liability policies. Surprisingly, 6 out of 10 business owners think that their business policies do cover EPLI claims, so don't fall into that trap. Your BOP policy does not cover EPLI unless it's specifically endorsed onto the policies, and most are not. Why do you need this type of insurance? The first reason is that there's such a heightened sensitivity among employees and the general public around these types of wrongful acts, especially sexual harassment and the Me Too movement. The second reason is that EPLI-related claims can be expensive. According to the EEOC, the average defense cost alone on an employment claim is $125,000. And if your claim goes to trial, the average settlement is around $200,000 in addition to the defense costs. That's expensive. Lastly, don't think that these claims only happen to big companies. 41% of employee lawsuits are brought against small private companies with less than 100 employees. What does employment practice insurance cost? It of course depends on the size of your business and the number of employees, as well as the controls you have in place, but typically in a small business market, the premiums range from $800 to $5,000 a year. Here's the bottom line. The number of lawsuits against employers alleging wrongful employment acts are increasing, and the cost of those suits are skyrocketing. Unless you have specific coverage for employment practices, you may be forced to pay those claims out of pocket. Want to learn more? My contact info is coming up in a minute, so let's start a conversation. Thanks.